If we want to make a super neat bridge, there are a couple of guides we can use. First, let's delete our practice sculpture. So if you're still in sculpt mode, go back to assembly mode. To leave a mode, hold the secondary triangle button, then press the primary circle button. Once you're in assembly mode, delete your sculpture by pressing the primary triangle button as you hover over it. Now go back into sculpt mode via the Modes menu to start a new sculpture. The guides we're going to use are called Mirror and Grid Snap. Open the Sculpt menu, then select the Guides button. Now select Mirror and then Grid Snap using your primary imp. They'll open to reveal some options. The plus and minus buttons next to the Grid Snap button set how fine or coarse the grid will be. The number indicates its current setting. You'll see a white dotted grid in the scene. The dots will be closer together when it's finer and further apart when it's coarser. Leave it set to 1 for now. You can experiment with it later. Now select the Stamp tool and choose a color and a shape. The mirror guide will always center on the first shape you make. That's why we started a new sculpture. Use the move buttons to position your view so you can see the whole of the second gap. Then set your imp reach to one of the platforms. Now stamp your first shape in the middle of the gap to activate the mirror guide. You'll see the mirror plane appear. This can't be moved once you start sculpting. You'll notice that it's much easier to keep your shape straight and in line. That's because Grid Snap is active. It even helps you rotate precisely. With Grid Snap on, objects rotate 45 degrees at a time. Sculpt your bridge from the mirror plane to the edge of the gap where it meets the platform. Your edits are mirrored, so you only have to make half a bridge, and it will be nice and symmetrical. Carry on sculpting your bridge using additive and subtractive edits and different colors. This time, you can make it as fancy as you like. If you want to switch off the mirror guide at any point, I've got another gesture you can use. Take both your motion controllers and lightly touch the bottom of their handles together to toggle the mirror guide off or on again. When you finish sculpting your bridge, test it out in play mode. When Connie is across the second gap, return to Edit mode via the Options menu. Switch off Mirror and Grid Snap in the Guides menu. In the next step, we'll sculpt the last bridge, so use the Move button on either controller to get yourself in position. Then start the final step when you're ready.